Hi guys, my name is Chidima Ibe. Welcome to another episode on the Truth Podcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the topic I titled The Power of Rejection. Yes, I know. They'll be like, rejection and power, how are the both of them on the same sentence? Let me tell you. First of all, rejection is an emotion nobody wants to experience. Nobody finds comfortable experiencing. But if you can see the other side of rejection, you would be glad, actually, that you got an opportunity. Rejection is an opportunity. You got an opportunity to be rejected. Stay with me. To every time you were rejected on something or by someone, think very well. You went back to do your homework and became better. You either became a better version of yourself. It prompted you to just hate that version of yourself that was rejected. Or if it was a job, you start going for even bigger gigs. You start redefining your CV. There's something about rejection that makes you go deeper within yourself to search and see how to bring the best version of you out. There are so many people that was rejected from jobs and today they are CEO because they say, you know what? Let me even just by the side start this by the side. I have a friend that said the same story. He was rejected for a job that he was actually qualified for. And the rejection is being that he was overqualified for that job. And today he is a CEO, multi-million CEO. It wouldn't have worked for him if they had given him that job. If they had given him that job, he would have been very comfortable with that life. The most important thing, or the highest they would do is always promote him. But he wouldn't have been who he is today. Same as me, baby. Mine wasn't job, but I was rejected in another way that made me I vowed in my life that I must be successful. I said, at least before I die, I must be successful. It was a vow I made to myself. But because of something, that's why they always say, turn your pain into purpose, right? Rejection is not sweet. Oh, rejection is painful. The question is, after being rejected, what did you do with that? That is where the change comes. Your game changer is after the rejection, not before, not during. Yes, you were rejected. Then what next? What next? What did you do with that opportunity? I always say this, rejection is an opportunity. If they always accept you or always give you what you want, how would you know to set your soul, to set yourself, to bring the best version, a better version of yourself out? I probably don't even know where I would have been or what I would have been doing if things worked the way I wanted it to work. But in a way, the rejection made me to go and sit with myself, by myself, and pat myself and say, Chidima, Alpha, what next? What next? Well, now I'm here. And I told myself, you know what? This pain is temporal, but what I'm going to do with it, what I am going to do with it is going to be worth it. Some of you have been rejected multiple times. Let me not make it look sweet. It's not sweet. So people have been rejected multiple times. See, there's someone that gave his testimony that, the US embassy rejected him couple of times. And he told himself that, you know what, he's not going to even apply again. He's just going to focus on himself and build himself. At a point, they gave him have all expense paid trip. Do you know what that is? Free visa, free flights, free accommodation, paid him to even come to this country and do what he has to do. The concept of rejection is to change your mind, change your perspective. For me, I told myself, there's nothing special anywhere outside Nigeria. Anything I can make outside Nigeria, if I put my mind to it, I can make it here. So the kind of brand I'm building a brand whereby anywhere in the world I want to enter, I become a global citizen. In fact, they will be the one paying me to come to that country. I won't pay them to go. They will pay me to come. That's what you do with rejection. You go and build yourself up. You ask yourself, okay, it has happened, so what next? You see, what next is the most important thing, and that's the game changer. Some people don't know that rejection is a blessing. Someone said something, he said she was supposed to marry this guy and it didn't work out. And she cried and it was bad. The rejection, the heartbreak was very, very bad for her. She couldn't take it. And 2 years down the line, he was already married. But 2 years down the line, the guy died. At the time, she was already married 6 months, like 2 years at 6 months prior to that. That means she got married 1 year and 6 months later after the guy got married. So she was in her 6-month-old marriage, seeing that the person she almost killed herself for because of rejection had made the wife a widow at an early age. And then she said, is this what God saw and knew that maybe I can't be a widow at the age she was, and just disrupted my plan? And I was crying. Nobody deserved that, but there are some people God loves specially. Sometimes it's partial, that's it. Favor is partial. It's never equal. You cannot understand it. It can never be comprehended. Just enjoy your favor in peace. And sometimes God would do things that will break you, but He knows what He's doing at the end of the day. Her testimony now is that she would have been a widow. She never knew what God removed from her, even though she was insisting. I get coconut head, I know the hear word. Even though she was insisting that, no, this is the person I want to be with. God already saw the future and said, no, the plans I have for you, they are of good and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So sometimes you're holding on to things that are not really yours. They don't say, no, I'm going to rest now. Rest. God doesn't hate you. There's something I always tell myself that gives me so much peace. I always tell myself that God loves me more than the devil hates me. By the time you know that, you will be at peace with your soul. That no matter how much anybody hates you, that the love of God is more. So whenever you're going through some things, you know that probably God has a reason. Maybe there's a bigger purpose, pitch, or a bigger picture. That's just something. He couldn't have taken this food away from me without having a bowl filled with food that He wants to replace it with. If you've walked with God long enough, you would know He's not a wicked God. You would know if He allows some things slip out of your hands, it's because He has a bigger thing to place in. One that your hands alone cannot even carry. So rejection is a blessing in disguise, because it just helps you, it forces you to go back and think about your life. In the course of thinking about yourself, you find that there is more to you than you even know. So many people are great today because they were rejected. So many. They say, show me a man that has never been rejected and I will tell you somebody that is heading for doom. It's even better than rejected in the earlier stage of life. so that you know how to handle rejection. There are some people that don't know how to handle rejection. That goes to people that rape people. I will say this. The only reason why, whether a man or a woman, because these days is nouns anyhow. The only reason why you would force somebody to have sex with them is because you cannot take rejection. You can't get everything you want in life. You can't get, who are you, Ibuchuku? Are you God? You can't get everything you want in life. The only reason why you are trying to bride your way through is because you cannot wait or you cannot hear no. And sometimes you just lobby your way into your dude. Rejection teach you patience. It teach you reconstructing yourself and your mind, even your body. So I want you to start seeing rejection as a blessing rather than a pain, even though it is a pain. But by the time you look back in and see the real reason why you were rejected and the real purpose of that situation you went through, then you see that God loves you so much more than the devil hates. Okay. So guys, if you've seen this video to this point, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and also do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel at DeTruthPod. You can also listen. You can listen to our audios on Spotify at DeTruthPod. Same handle across board. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate